After the promulgation of the new constitution in June 2010, Kenya has enjoyed several reforms in the various sectors of government, including the judicial reforms. However, it appears that the criminal justice system has not quite followed suit. Article 50 calls for a fair trial, stipulating that any person accused has a right to a fair trial. This includes, amongst others, having adequate information, time, and facility to prepare for a defense. But this is yet to be realized, as we still have many inmates held behind bars without trial and with their rights ignored. According to the Executive Director for Kituo Sheria, Ms. Priscilla Nyokabi, the training of the paralegals at Kamiti was encouraged on by the success of the training at the Shimolatewa prisons, which started way back in 2007.
I think the question of prisoners is really an important one, because they are a marginalized group in a society. Even though they have offended the law, there would still be need for society to be compassionate with them and to allow them to return to the society once they have been rehabilitated by the prison program. Paralegal graduation that we had, and the training on paralegalism and criminal procedure and how to represent oneself comes from our project in Shimolatewa. The Shimolatewa project started in 2007, where the prison inmates are trained on areas of law and are able to successfully represent themselves, especially using written submissions. So because of the success of the Shimolatewa program, we wanted to extend that success to Kamiti prison.
Though grateful to the government for their support, she asked the Ministry of Justice to expand its legal aid programs to reach all the prisoners in the country.
We are getting really adequate support. Luckily, this program also lines up with access to justice projects for the government. But the best support for us that we are looking for is the legal aid program by government, so that, as Article 50 provides in the Constitution, every criminal case should have a lawyer. We are seeing a lot of the death penalty cases where accused persons have no lawyer in the trial court, in the lower court, and they only get a lawyer at the appeal stage, which is very late. So the support by government so far is good. We do understand limited resources, but we are also asking that the Ministry of Justice does expand its legal aid program to all the prisoners, so that, loss of liberty is a really big thing. You are no longer a free person, so there ought to be a lawyer for that.
It is for this reason that Kituo Sheria, the Center for Legal Empowerment, which is a non-governmental organization advocating for justice and equality for the poor and the marginalized, in partnership with the UNDP through Amkeni Kenya, have felt compelled to initiate the Kamiti Maximum Prison Paralegal Training Program aimed at enlightening the inmates on their rights to proper judicial process. Through the Advocacy, Governance and Community Partnership Department, Kituo Sheria conducted a 2-week-long program that saw the training of prison inmates and wardens who received education on paralegalism. These included, amongst others, human rights and criminal procedure code. The event culminated with the graduation of 34 inmates and 4 wardens at the Kamiti Maximum Prison on the 2nd of March 2012.
Philip O. Onyancha, Samuel Gidu Mbugwa.
The Kamiti Maximum Prison Paralegal project is a follow-up through the Shimolatewa project that was started around 3 years ago, whereby we train prisoners, inmates, to be paralegals who are there, so that they can be able to assist others in terms of appeals, making their appeals, in terms of filing their submissions, in terms of arguing their cases in court, and in terms of also making applications in court. It's a self-representation project, whereby we find that because we cannot be able to provide each and every person a lawyer at the moment, it really helps the prisoners, because if they cannot access the lawyers, they can be able to represent themselves in court.
It is therefore quite clear that the training project, which is one of its kind, will go a long way in empowering the inmates to not only know their rights but also build their capacity to confidently self-represent.
When we went there, we were actually surprised, because they were very receptive of us. They were very civil, and they were very intelligent. To be honest, of all the trainings that AJCP has facilitated, Kamiti was quite a joy because people are actually willing, they're thirsting for this knowledge. And then it comes out clearly that legal knowledge, we take it for granted, but for some people it's actually a necessity. So it is without a doubt in our mind that Kamiti will be a very vibrant center. It will be representative of what Kituo hopes to achieve in terms of access to justice.